Hey guys, my name is Angela, and today I want to talk about the best series I read for the first time in 2018. 2018 was one of, if not, the hardest year of my life. Not to be dramatic, but here we go. I experienced a lot of loss throughout the year. Early on in the beginning of the year, one of my best friends passed away. And of course, that was really hard. And then to top it off, I got 3 heart procedures. And then my dog unexpectedly passed away while I was in the hospital recovering from the second one. So overall, it was really difficult. And these books that I'm about to talk about today really got me through the year and really provided like a therapeutic effect. So the first book that I'd like to talk about is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Yes, in 2018, I read the series start to finish for the first time. And I'm in college. Reading this series was really important to me because my friend who passed away really enjoyed Harry Potter, and I never read it while he was alive, and I really missed an opportunity to discuss these books with him. And so after he passed away, I was really like, okay, like you've got to read it because he would want me to read it. So I read it, and I loved it, and I get the hype, and I understand everything surrounding this series and how wonderful it is. And I'm just really thankful that I read this year because, like the rest of the books I'm going to discuss, it truly helped me get through this year, and I'm so thankful. So Harry Potter is the first book, the first series that I want to discuss today. The second series is The Mortal Instruments. In the year of 2018, I read every Cassandra Clare book except for the Bane Chronicles, and I read the first 700 pages of Air and Darkness and finished the last 200 January 2nd, so just let me have this. I read all of them except for the Bane Chronicles. So anyway, The Mortal Instruments, very loved. Cassandra Clare's work, very loved. And I get it. You can see the shelf behind me. I have become trash for her. And J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter specifically. But like, seriously, like, I get the hype. And the best thing about reading all her books within the span of a year is being able to watch her writing grow and just become better and better. So I started off with The City of Bones. I read the first 3, and then I got into the Infernal Devices, which I'll discuss next. But the Mortal Instruments series, it was great. I'm not really going to get into the premises about these books because these specific series that I'm talking about are so well loved on BookTube that like everybody knows about them. And if you want any Shadowhunter related content, you already know you can head to Emma Books' channel. But yeah, this was great. I loved it. I loved Jace. He was great. And yeah. Stop saying and yeah. The third series I'd like to discuss is the Infernal Devices trilogy. Now I can safely say that this is my favorite trilogy of all time. I absolutely loved it. Figured I was going to like it, knew about the hype and how great it was, but it surpassed my expectations for sure. I really loved the London setting. Although The Mortal Instruments is set in New York, and I'm very familiar with New York, it was nice to go to London and experience another Harrendale and everything that entailed the Infernal Devices trilogy. Clockwork Princess absolutely destroyed me, as I was prepared it was going to, but like I didn't think that I would be like full-blown ugly sobbing. But that happened. So yeah, the Infernal Devices, my favorite trilogy of all time, and again, just another book that I'm so thankful that I read this year. Finally, Cassandra Clare's newest trilogy, The Dark Artifices. Now, Lady Midnight, she's pretty thick for a first book in a series, and I'm going to be honest with you, I was extremely intimidated, especially because there's so many freaking siblings in this book, and like, I'm an only child, and it was just so difficult to like keep track of who's who, but once I got it, I loved it. I loved the familial aspect that runs between these 3 books, and they're wonderful. I knew Lord of Shadows was sad, but I didn't know why. But Lady Midnight made me cry too. And so did Lord of Shadows. And so did Queen of Air and Darkness. If you're sensing a theme, I'm a very emotional gal. Not gonna lie to you. But this was the best first book in a Cassandra Clare series that I have read thus far. And it was wonderful. And all these books that I read this year were so wonderful. And like I mentioned prior, I'm so thankful that I read these books at the time when I did, because I feel like I read them at a time when I needed to read them, because I needed these books to take me away from everything I was dealing with and put me somewhere else and ruined my life, I guess, because they definitely did, but I'm so thankful for that. And I'm so thankful that it's 2019, and I hope that my reading year this year is just as good as it was last year, because I read 70 books last year, and I loved almost all of them. It was a really good reading year. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you'll subscribe, and have a great day. Finally, Cassandra Clare. Finally, Cassandra Clare. Why am I struggling?